The Apiaceae, commonly known as the celery, carrot or parsley family, are a family of mostly aromatic plants with hollow stems. The family, which is named after the type genus Apium, is large, with more than 3,700 species spread across 434 genera. It is the 16th largest family of flowering plants. Included in this family are the well-known plants, angelica, anise, arracacha, asafoetida, caraway, carrot, celery, Centella asiatica, chervil, cicely, coriander, culantro, cumin, dill, fennel, hemlock, lovage, Queen Anne's lace, parsley, parsnip, sea holly, and the now extinct silphium. Description: most Apiaceae are annual, biennial or perennial herbs, though a minority are shrubs or trees. They are multicellular plants. Their leaves are of variable size and alternately arranged, or alternate with the upper leaves becoming nearly opposite. In some taxa, the texture is leathery, fleshy, or even rigid, but always with stomata. They are petiolate or perfoliate and more or less sheathing, the blade usually dissected and pinnatifid, but entire in some genera. Most commonly, crushing their leaves emits a marked smell, aromatic to foetid, but absent in some members. The flowers are nearly always aggregated in terminal umbels, simple or compound, often umbelliform cymes, rarely in heads. The defining characteristic of this family is the inflorescence, a simple or compound umbel. Flowers across the Apiaceae are fairly uniform and are usually perfect and actinomorphic, but some are andromonaceous, polygomomonaceous, or even dioecious, with a distinct calyx and corolla, but the calyx is often highly reduced, to the point of being undetectable in many species, while the corolla can be white, yellow, pink or purple. The flowers are nearly perfectly pentamerous, with 5 petals, sepals, and stamens. The androecium contains 5 stamens, but there is often variation in the functionality of the stamens even within a single inflorescence. Some flowers are functionally staminate while others are functionally pistillate. Pollination of one flower by the pollen of a different flower of the same plant is common. The genoecium consists of 2 carpels fused into a single, bicarpellate pistil with an inferior ovary. When mature, the fused carpels separate into 2 merycarps. Stylopodiums secrete nectar, attracting pollinators like flies, mosquitoes, gnats, beetles, moths, and bees. The fruits are non-fleshy schizocarp of 2 merycarps, each with a single seed. They separate at maturity and are dispersed by wind. Some fruit segments, like those in Daucus spp, are covered in bristles and spread via external transport. The seeds have an oily endosperm and generally contain large quantities of fatty oils, with the fatty acid petrosilinic acid occurring universally throughout the family while rarely being found outside of the Apiaceae. Systematics: Apiaceae was first described by John Lindley in 1836. The name is derived from the type genus Apium, which was originally used by Pliny the Elder circa 50 AD for a celery-like plant. The alternative name for the family, Umbelliferae, derives from the inflorescence being generally in the form of a compound umbel. The family was one of the first to be recognized as a distinct group in Jacques de Lechamp's 1586 Historia Generalis Plantrum. With Robert Morris and a unregistered trademark S. 1672 Plantrum Umbelliferum Distribution Nova, it became the first group of plants for which a systematic study was published. The family is solidly placed within the Apiaceae order in the APG3 classification system. It is closely related to Arracaceae and the boundaries between these families remain unclear. Traditionally, groups within the family have been delimited largely based on fruit morphology, and the results from this have not been congruent with the more recent molecular phylogenetic analyses. The subfamilial and tribal classification for the family is currently in a state of flux, with many of the groups being found to be grossly paraphyletic or polyphyletic. Genera. According to the Angiosperm Phylogeny website as of July 2014, there are 434 genera in the family Apiaceae. Ecology: the black swallowtail butterfly, Papilio polixenes, utilizes the Apiaceae family for food and host plants during oviposition. Uses: cultivation, Many members of this family are cultivated for various purposes. The plant structure includes a taproot, which can be large enough to be useful in food, as with parsnips, carrots, and Hamburg parsley. Many plants of this group are also adapted to conditions that encourage heavy concentrations of essential oils, and as a result some are flavorful aromatic herbs. Examples are parsley, coriander, culantro, and dill. The plentiful seeds of the umbels, likewise, are sometimes used in cuisine, as with coriander, fennel, cumin, and caraway. Other notable cultivated Apiaceae include chervil, angelica, celery, arracacha, poison hemlock, sea holly, asafoetida, galbanum, cicely, anise, lovage, and acacia. Companion plants. Almost every widely cultivated plant of this group is a companion plant. In large part, this is because the tiny flowers forming the umbels are perfectly suited for ladybugs, parasitic wasps, and predatory flies, which actually drink nectar when not reproducing. They then will prey upon insect pests on nearby plants. Some of the plants are herbs that produce enough scent to possibly dilute the odors of nearby plants, or the pheromones emitted by insects that find those plants, which would otherwise attract more pests. Other uses. The poisonous members of the Apiaceae have been used for a variety of purposes globally. The poisonous Oenanthe crocata has been used to stupefy fish, Cichorta douglasii has been used as an aid in suicides, and arrow poisons have been made from various other family species. Daucus caroda has been used as coloring for butter and its roots used as a coffee substitute. Trema ammoniacum, Ferula galbaniflua, and Ferula sumbul are sources of incense. The woody Azorilla compacta Phil. Has been used in South America for fuel. Chemistry. Polycetylenes can be found in Apiaceae vegetables like carrot, celery, fennel, parsley and parsnip where they show cytotoxic activities. Many species contain coumarins or coumarin derivatives, such as furanocoumarins. See also, Autumnalia, references. Further reading, Apiaceae. 2011. Utah State University Intermountain Herbarium. October 20, 2011. http, Herbarium USUADU Apiaceae HTM, Constance, L.A. OE History of the Classification of Umbelliferae in Hayward, V.H. ed. The Biology and Chemistry of the Umbelliferae, 1 €11. Academic Press, London. Cronquist, A. The Evolution and Classification of Flowering Plants. Boston, Houghton Mifflin. French, Dha OE Ethnobotany of the Umbelliferae in Hayward, V.H. ed. The Biology and Chemistry of the Umbelliferae, 385 €412. Academic Press, London. Hanor, R.A. OE Chemical Patterns and Relationships of Umbelliferae in Hayward, V.H. ed. The Biology and Chemistry of the Umbelliferae, 267 €277. Academic Press, London. Hayward, VHA OE Systematic Survey of Old World Umbelliferae in Hayward, VH. ed. The Biology and Chemistry of the Umbelliferae, 31 €41. Academic Press, London. Judd, WSAL Plant Systematics, A Phylogenetic Approach. Sunderland, Massachusetts, Scheinauer Associates, Incorporated. Plunkett, G.M. and S. Downey. A OE Major Lineages within Apiaceae subfamily Apiaceae, a comparison of chloroplast restriction site and DNA sequence data. American Journal of Botany, 86, 1014 1026. Plunkett, G.M., D.E. Saltis, and P.S. Saltis. A OE Higher-level relationships of Apiales based on phylogenetic analysis of RBCL sequences. Botanical Society of America, 83, 499 €515. Plunkett, G.M., D.E. Saltis, and P.S. Saltis. A OE Evolutionary Patterns in Apiaceae, Inferences based on Nat K sequence data. American Society of Plant Taxonomists, 21, 477 euro 495. Netto Felina, Gonzalo. Jury, Stephen Leonard and Herrero Netto, Alberto Flora Librica. Plantas vasculares de la pena NSULAEBA Copyright Rica e Islas Baleares. Vol. X. Apiaceae Umbelliferae Madrid, Real Jardín Botánico, CSIC. External links